What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a different style video. We're going to be going over Ethereum mining. Is it still profitable in 2020 and 2021? Ethereum 2.0 is right around the corner, but we still have 2 years of proof of work mining on the Ethereum blockchain. So we're going to be going over a couple of details. The first one is the 3070s here. I got my supercomputer. This is my main computer that I use for most of my video editing and for most of my research. And this has the new generation 3070s. They're really hard to get, really hard to get. And they're actually selling for double the price. The second one here is just a mid to high range laptop. This actually has a graphics card in it and it has a GTX 1060. So we're definitely gonna see if you can make some money on a laptop, because I know most people have a laptop. And then we have a couple of other computers over here. If you follow me this way, the other computers, this is my actual editing station. This is one of my video editors. His name's George. We're gonna be running the software on these two computers right here. These two computers actually have the RTX 2070, so it's a little bit older. And then the computer back there is like the super powerful editing computer, and it has a RTX 2080 Ti. So it's a very expensive graphics card. We're gonna be going to all the details of every single one, calculating exactly how many hashes they put out in comparison to how much electricity I'm spending. And then the primary focus of this, of course, is to see if you can mine with your gaming computer and make some profit off Ethereum. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're talking about Ethereum mining. Now this is obviously special to me because the first time I got into cryptocurrency, I actually did not buy anything. I started mining. Okay, so I basically had these big GPU miners, way different from what we're talking about in this video. It was a dedicated miner where I had like 6 or 7 different graphics cards, and I would mine Ethereum that way. And it was actually really profitable back in the day. In this video, of course, we're exploring, is it still profitable today? Can you make your own Ethereum miner, right? And put it together and actually mine Ethereum and make some profit? Or can you actually use your own gaming computer that you have in your house today to mine Ethereum on the side? It might not be like super profitable, but can we make some free Ethereum? Because remember, you get paid in ETH, right? So if you're getting paid in ETH, the value of the coin could increase, even though it's small now. If you're making like 20, 30 bucks a month, whatever the case is, in the future, it's going to be much more valuable because the coins will appreciate in value, and it's free money. Who cares about, you have these computers for a reason, right? Who cares about, letting it run overnight or something like that? But let me tell you a little bit about my story. So back in 2017, I built computers all my life, right? I was building these gaming computers to save money. I was a gamer. I used to play Call of Duty, the most of the time and stuff like that. And I built these computers, so I had like experience building them. I was in a transitionary time. You guys know my story. I don't want to say it over and over again, but I was in a transitionary time where I was an entrepreneur failing. I was a failed entrepreneur trying different businesses, and I got a job selling cell phones. And in this 2-week period before I actually went to go work this job because I got hired, I bought and built 3 Ethereum mining rigs, okay? I had maxed out, I'm talking about 6 GPUs each. They were all running at the same time. And it actually used to be so hot that in the winter, we wouldn't even turn on our heaters because the room would be that hot, guys. So that's a little disclaimer to you guys. If you're running your graphics card this heavy, it's gonna heat up, right? It might heat up your room, and it's gonna lower the longevity of your graphics card. Now, most people upgrade in 5 years, so it's not that big of a deal, but just definitely keep that in mind when you're mining cryptocurrency. Also, if you guys want to see more, I will do an update video, because if it is profitable, I'm of course just going to take advantage of the free money. I'll do an update video to see exactly where my profits were in the future. So do us both a favor, hit that subscribe button as well as the push notification bell so you can get videos like this all the time. Guys, I try to keep it down to earth. All my videos are real deal, no spiel. I don't lie. I tell the truth on the internet because most people are fake. And that is my unique sales proposition to you, sir. Definitely hit that subscribe button as well as the push notification bell. So a couple things you want to take in consideration before you're mining is you have to understand that there's mining difficulty. So when Ethereum pops off and it just appreciates in value, everybody for some reason wants to mine, obviously because of money, right? So the difficulty of the network will increase. So that increases and decreases all the time depending on the profitability. So if the coin is skyrocketing in USD value, that means all the miners are making more money and will attract other miners. And it's the opposite. So if Ethereum falls in value, that means the difficulty will fall and you will actually get more Ethereum. I'm trying to get across here is that it's an ever-ending change of difficulty and profitability. And I'm going to give you the short-term outlook with these computers, but that will change in accordance to what happens in the next couple of years. So I can't give you like a long-term perspective, and everything again is subject to variable change. I will also say, depending on where you live, the electricity might be way more expensive. So in Florida, it's about 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Other places in the world, it's gonna be cheaper. I believe in the United States, the cheapest place to mine or get electricity will be in Washington, D.C. I believe it's about 6 cents. It's about half as expensive as it is in Florida. Now, another thing to note is that if you have natural energy, if you have solar panels, if you have hydroelectric or anything with natural resources, you're gonna be way more profitable. It's almost impossible nowadays to get like seriously profitable and to scale it up to a real business without having a natural resources time or some type of advantage. I've seen people do like complete submerging techniques where they'll take the whole entire miner and actually submerge it into water, and it won't obviously damage the miner. And that will allow for, of course, like increased efficiency. I've seen people, again, like I said, hydroelectric, they have maybe like a river by them and they utilize that resource. But again, the point I want to get across, if you're trying to scale this up and actually be like a serious business, you need to have some type of advantage. Today, we're just for fun showing you guys gaming computers. So let me just jump into the screen real quick. I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to actually set up the miner for your gaming computer. All right, guys, so let's jump into the meat and bones of this video. The first thing you want to do is you want to download the actual software for the mining itself. The current one that I'm using is called Claymore's Dual Miner. I've used it for a while, and the beauty of what they do is that you can actually technically mine 2 coins if you want to. But for this case, we're not going to be jumping into that. We're just going to be talking about Ethereum. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to actually download the software. You can go to the website and just press download now. I believe for Claymore's Dual Miner, there's actually a password that you got to type in, and the password is Claymore to extract the file. So you want to download the file to your desktop and extract it. It's going to look like something like this right here. Okay, from here, you're going to double click it and open it so that when you extract it, you'll see the file folder like this. All right, double click that, and you're going to see a whole bunch of different coins, a whole bunch of different pools. Okay, for the simplicity of this video, I'm just going to use the nano pool right here, the first one for Ethereum. But again, you could jump into other coins if you want to in different pools, right? So the first thing I want to do is you want to right click this and press edit. Okay, and it's going to bring up a screen that looks like this. This is basically the code that you want to edit to make sure you get paid out. So the first one you want to look at, let's look at the website really quickly because it gives a really good explanation of it. And then we'll look at the actual code. So the first thing you want to do is you want to change your rig's name because you might have, multiple computers. You don't have to change the rig name, but you could to whatever you want, right? You could just put it right there. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to get your wallet address. Okay, so wherever you want your Ethereum to go, right? Once you actually mine it, where is it going to go, right? You have to have a wallet to receive it. So let's look at the actual project file so we can do that for ourselves. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the actual file that we opened. Again, if you don't know how to do it, just press right click, edit, and it should open a notepad. And this is what it looks like right here. This is the actual address you want to change. If you guys don't know what a public address is, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, but just to give you a quick tutorial, all you have to do is like, let's say you have MetaMask, for example, you just take your public address, right? So this would be, in this case, this address right here. Copy that to the clipboard. Then you can go back to the actual BAT file and paste that in there right there. Boom, just paste it in there. And now your actual Ethereum will go to your wallet. And then you could just change the name if you want to, but let me see where the name is at. So it says eWorker and then your name. So you can change it to, I don't know, let's just do test, right? There you go. So that's the actual name of your miner, and that's how you actually send it to your address. So you go over here and you save that. So this will actually save the BAT file, and now the BAT file will send the cryptocurrency to your address and it's ready to go. So from here, you just want to double click like that. Okay, so it'll pull up this file here and we'll go over all the details of what's going on. I mean, you don't need to know everything, but we will go over the details. Let me just run this a little bit and then we'll dive into it. So just understand that each of these have different types of pools. Pools are important to understand because, you can't just connect to the Ethereum blockchain itself and run your own pool unless you have like a huge, database. If you have a lot of different miners, you might be able to pull it off because remember guys, it's a random lottery system. So being a part of a pool increases your odds of winning so that when that pool does win the actual proof of work, consensus mechanism, then they'll split up the Ethereum amongst all the people in equal distributions to how many mega hashes that you have, right? So if we open up the website here, so you can actually go to the website itself, and if we open it up, this is the nano pool. So the first one's actually, again, sending it to the nano pool. As you can see here, Ethereum nano pool. If we open up this actual website, eth.nanopool.org, you can see that there's a whole bunch of different analytics. If you want to see your analytics and seeing how much you're making, what's the average mega hashes, how much money you have in your wallet, all you have to do is take that same public address that you have your receiving wallet, go ahead and type it in here. Obviously, I'm not going to have, anything because I haven't really mined anything yet. But if we look at somebody else's, for example, we click their random address, you can see that, it's showing the calculated hash rate, it's showing how much their balance is, their last reported hash rate, how long they've been doing it, all the different analytics that you guys need to run a successful Ethereum mining operation will be here. All you have to do is type in the address right there. And honestly, to run an Ethereum mining rig, that's really all you have to do. The only thing I would say that is probably important is you want to go to the power and sleep settings on your computer. It's going to look like this. You could just simply, search it in your little search bar. It's going to look like this right here, the power and sleep settings. And you want to put the screen to never turn off and never sleep. Also, if you can get a direct connection to your computer via Ethernet cord, that would be 10 times better. And then, yeah, you guys can just leave this running. And over time, you'll see exactly how much money you're going to make when it comes to mega hashes. And I'm obviously going to teach you guys how to calculate how much money you made right after I show you guys what my computers have been doing. All right, guys, let's take a quick look at the Ethereum mining difficulty in comparison to the price. I explained to you that this is going to be variable. This is going to change the profitability over time. So this is definitely something you want to take in consideration. So as you can see here, this is the actual difficulty of the Ethereum, mining proof of work algorithm. So as you can see, in 2017, when the price started appreciating, the difficulty also appreciated. But then, during the bear market over here in 2019, so did, the profitability of the miner. So over time, this is going to change. It's going to be subject to change. And the difficulty has been recently increasing. Also, something you want to take in consideration before you go buy a whole miner is that Ethereum 2.0 is coming out in approximately 1.5 to 2 years. And that will not use Ethereum, mining rigs to run. What they're going to be using is proof of stake, which is completely different. So basically your graphics card will be useless. So to be honest with you guys, if my honest opinion, I would say it would be smarter to just use what you already have. Don't buy a whole new mining rig. You'll make way more money most of the time if you just buy the coin. But for informational purposes, you can make a little bit of extra money on the side by running your own mining rig on what you already have, right? So let's look into some, of the miners that I'm currently running. How much money are they making me? All right, so let's look at the laptop because it's obviously the weakest of the bunch. We're getting approximately 10 to 13% mega hashes per second. Now, sometimes you'll actually get the wattage right here so you can see how much money you're spending, right? So the power we're getting is 37 watts, okay? We'll pull up the Ethereum calculator right now so you guys can see for yourself. And obviously these numbers will change. So usually it's a better, representation if you guys mine it for a long period of time, maybe like a week or two, to see exactly what that mega hashes averages out to, because it will change. Overheat your system if you're doing something wrong. The power is 36. All right, so this is an Ethereum mining calculator from Etherscan. There's a lot of different calculators you can use. I'm going to break it down for you guys. For the laptop, and then I'll just go over the numbers on everything else so we don't have to waste time. So the first thing you want to look at is the mega hashes. We just got that. We saw that it was anywhere from 10 to 14. Let's just do 12 mega hashes per second. The second thing you want to do is you look at the power consumption. So that you guys saw that the power consumption, as you can see, okay, the mega hash is about 11 right there, but the power consumption was 37 watts. So if we come over here, all you have to do is type in 37. The last thing you have to look at is cost per kilowatt hour in USD. Now in Florida, it's 12 cents, okay? For you guys, you have to look at your power bill and look at like the average cost per kilowatt hour. They're going to be subject to change. Some power bills will like have a certain price up to a certain point, and then it kind of has like a tier system. All you have to do is look at your power bill and look at the average cost. Actually, you'll get a better representation at the end of the month when you get your power bill to see exactly how much you're spending in comparison to what you spent before. That'll be the best representation, but you can do a general kind of calculation to see if you're even making money in the first place. So for the laptop, again, 12, maybe 11 to 14 mega hashes. We'll see on average in the future how much it gets me. Power consumption is 37 watts, and then we're paying about 12 cents. If we do the calculate, you can see that it's not really that profitable, but it still is profitable. Right here, we're getting about $6.43 per month. Now, the beauty of this is that, keep in mind, guys, we're getting paid in Ethereum. So if you're getting paid in Ethereum and I just hold the Ethereum, the price of the ETH can appreciate over time. So really, all this means is that you're buying the ETH for how much money you're spending in electricity which is you're getting it at a little bit of a discount, if that makes sense to you guys. So in this case for the laptop, I mean, if we did the math, after 12 months, it's absolutely nothing. 12 times $6.43 is about $77 at the end of the year. And then of course, if the price of the coin appreciates in value, it'll be a lot more. So let's say Ethereum 10x's. You guys know my price prediction. I think Ethereum is going to do something crazy. I think we're going to see $5,000 per coin. So 10x is pretty conservative. That's a good amount of money for just a laptop sitting there. I mean, the laptop itself, costs $2,000. So I don't see why running this laptop 24/7 would be a bad idea, to be honest with you guys. I never knew this before. I just had my laptop sitting there. I didn't think it was actually going to generate me profit. But it looks like right now the Ethereum profitability is pretty good. Now you want to keep on calculating this over time because again, like I told you guys, the difficulty of the network will increase. And if the difficulty of the network increases, at the same time the price of the coin drops, I won't be making money. This is not enough margin. This is way too small of a margin. Usually you want to find something that's going to be a little bit more than this, right? Right here I'm getting $3.19 for a month worth of power to run this laptop. I'm making $9.63 per month, but if you subtract, of course, the power cost, I'm only making $6.43. So really, I'm only kind of doubling my money. I mean, actually, to be honest with you guys, that's not bad. A 2-to-1 ratio is not bad at all. It's usually the threshold, but this is so small. I might run it just to make some extra money, but usually you want to find something a little bit more profitable than $6.43 a month. Because keep in mind, guys, you're gonna have to keep up this miner. It's going to go off, your internet's going to go off, there's going to be a lot of issues. So this is assuming that we have 100% runtime, and it never turns off. You'll be getting this profit right here. All right, so let's look at our most profitable miner. So this new graphics card just came out, the 3070s are, on back order. Everybody's trying to get them. I actually got one. In the beginning of me running this, now I was using my computer, keep that in mind, guys, but when I was running this without my computer, I was getting about 50 mega hashes per second. Right now it's only showing 32. Because I was recording my audio while I was doing it at the same time. But we're getting anywhere from 36 to 50 mega hashes per second. So let's just kind of keep it in the middle at about 45 mega hashes. So if we pull up our actual miner, we can do 45, right? And then let's just see the exact power consumption. So they're using about 170 watts. So let's do 170 at the price of 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So if we calculate that, we should be receiving about $21 per month. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Because if you do the math, it's only $21, but if you get an Ethereum mining rig with 6 of those graphics cards, it kind of adds up. So you could easily make, $126 per month with these graphics cards. Now they are a little bit expensive to make the computer. You would probably spend like $250 on all the other components. And then the graphics cards themselves are $500 a pop. So if you do 500 times 6, it's gonna be $3,000, probably $3,500 realistically to make this miner. And these are just rough estimates, guys. Don't take it too serious, but $3,500. If you're only making, let's say hypothetically you got 6 miners, you're making $126. You divide that by 126. It will take you 27 months to break even. So you see, it's not that profitable anymore most of the time. Again, you can make some individual profits. There's nothing wrong with just running your gaming computer as long as you're breaking profit. But to go out and actually make a miner right now is, in my opinion, not that profitable. You'll make much more money just buying the coin. But again, just go over the numbers. We're spending about $14 in power costs and only making 21. So in this case, the laptop actually has a better ratio. The laptop has a 2-to-1 ratio. This is a little bit less than 2-to-1. So the 3070s are not that profitable. Now I will say that there's people, that will actually take these miners, they'll actually upgrade the BIOS and they can make the graphics card more profitable and use less electricity. And I'm sure being that this, graphics card is so new, they don't have a lot of software to do that right now. But when they did in the future, I'm pretty sure they can make this graphics card way more powerful. But yeah, that's the most powerful one I got there. Let's do some more. Let's look at my second most powerful computer. So this specifically runs a 2080 Ti. And honestly, guys, this is not profitable at all. As you can see, we're using 237 watts and only getting about 20 mega hashes per second. So if we type that into the actual calculator, 270 watts, and then we're getting only 20 mega hashes. I'm actually surprised about that. We're actually losing money in this case. So if you actually have one of the 2080 Ti's, which was the most popular card before the 3070s, 3060s, and 3080s came out, then you'll actually lose money. Again, there's some people that have specific softwares that will make the cards profitable. You can flash the BIOS and upgrade the card, though you void the warranty when you do that. Some people do that to increase their mining, okay? I don't recommend it. If you're using the computer for other purposes, if you use it for gaming or if you use it for, productivity or something like that. You don't want to ruin your graphics cards just to make, you know, 10 bucks a month or something like that. It's not worth it in this case. So if you have that graphics card, guys, I do not recommend mining off that one. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so the last one is doing around 21 mega hashes per second at a power consumption of about 147 watts. I got 175 over here. So let's just see, you know, at maybe like 155 watts, and then we'll do 21 mega hashes just to kind of average it out. So if we do 155 and then we do, what is it, like 21? We'll do 21 right there at a price of 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Calculate. You can see that this is in profit as well. So you're getting about $3.45, but the power consumption is pretty high. So in this case, I don't think it's worth it at all, to be honest, because you're not even getting a 2-to-1 ratio. So the only thing I saw give a, you know, 2-to-1 ratio is the laptop. So for me personally, I don't think it's worth it to run my miners. But let's say hypothetically I did run my miners, how much profit would I make? So that basically answers the question, to be honest with you guys, is can you mine, you know, your gaming computer? You probably can, you know, push it to getting somewhere around, you know, $10 a month or something like that if you upgrade the BIOS, if you do everything in your power. Personally, I don't think it's worth it in a lot of situations. Probably the only case will be the laptop, but I'm not going to run the laptop 24/7. So, you know, if you guys were to go all out, if you were to go buy, you know, 6 graphics cards and make a whole Ethereum mining rig, it might be worth it for you. But personally, I think it's much better to just buy the coin and hold over the long period of time. You're going to make much more money. And back in the day in 2017, if I would have did that, I actually would have made way more money. Can you actually mine with your gaming computer? The answer, in my opinion, would be most likely no, on a realistic perspective. But that's it for this video, guys. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism, subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.